You guys all thought out? Good thing we got Cabela's here in Nebraska for you guys to stay warm. So I was a little late. I was talking with Coach Frost and Lexi's son explaining the rules of 8-man football. Lexi couldn't quite understand why the field was smaller, but she was on it. Impressive question. Anyway, senior night will be a big night. It's a big match. Maryland's had a really good season, and I think that coach, everything that happened with everybody that left, and he's done a great job. I think he deserves to be considered for Coach of the Year. And of course, we got 3 great seniors that will finish the Big Ten in Devaney. So it's going to be a big weekend, and then we got to deal with Ohio State, who just went 5 with Minnesota Saturday night. So another challenging week in the Big Ten.
Can you talk about Mikaela Foecke and what she's been to the program the last 4 years?
Yeah, I'm still trying to put all that in words because I'm having to write all these letters for her post-grad scholarships, and she wants to go to vet school, and I'm still working on what she's meant here. But the highlights, or the thing I think things that stand out is she switched positions from middle to outside. She trusted us on that. She's a small town farm girl from Iowa. She's performed on the biggest stage in college volleyball twice. She's led this team to 3 straight Final Fours. Nobody else has done that. She's a great student. She's a great captain. So, I mean, there's just so much to say about her and what she's meant to this program. And yeah, I was just talking to her. We were working out, and it just, it goes by so fast. It's amazing. But
she is one of those players that seems to step it up, like in the Final Fours and everything, when the big matches are on the line. How much is she a big match player?
Well, she's done that time and time again. And yesterday I just watched our Penn State match, and I mean, she just took over that match. She took over Indiana match. She just has the ability to take over matches. And I talked to our team about. She has a really deep inner confidence and belief in herself, and I'm sure it's the way she's raised. I've met her grandparents. I mean, they're all farmers. They're tough. She wears cowboy boots to school sometimes, and she's. You can talk animals. You can talk volleyball. With her, it's pretty cool.
Was that confidence always there with her? It had to be drug out?
Yeah, she told me her freshman year we're going to win the national championship. When she got here, she goes, "Coach, we're going to win this year." I'm like, "That's a pretty cocky freshman." So, but like I said, she has a really deep belief in herself, and like I said, I talked to our team about that. You got to develop that. You got to have that, especially when it's crunch time.
What's her future beyond Nebraska?
Well, she'll have an opportunity to go professional, but she's applying to vet school, and I think that's really her dream. So she may toy around with a year of professional, but I think in talking with her, if she gets into vet school, I mean, I think she may go for it. But that's her dream. She wants to be a vet. But that's one of the cool things about being a coach at a university. And I've had this year a lot of opportunities with interacting with academics, with the chancellors groups and the presidents groups, and my son's in master's program here, and he actually teaches some classes. So it's really cool, but the conversations I have with Mikaela right now is she has a horse management class, so we talk horses, how to manage horses. So that's something cool about Nebraska. That ain't happening in the Pac-12. What's that?
You know much about horses?
Oh yeah, love horses. I grew up with horses. So, but I have 2 Irish Wolfhound dogs, so everybody thinks those are horses. So Mikaela comes over and hangs out with our dogs.
At the start of the year, you said that you could foresee this being sort of an up and down season. The way it's played out, has the season followed your expectations of what it would be like?
Well, I mean, it has been, I think, up and down. I knew we were going to have one of the toughest stretches we've ever had, and I'm I didn't know what to expect from that, but I'm really pleased with how we've handled it, how we've grown from it, how we've learned from it, how we've stayed in the fight, and to me, it's a very similar deal with football. You know, started off tough, and just stayed with it day by day, and I think we're continuing to get better, and but I think we just beat 3 ranked teams in 2 weeks, so again, I'm encouraged by, and I knew this. As I told you guys, it's a work in progress, and it has been, and we're continuing to improve, which is hard to do this time of year. Look at the results this weekend.
Which one of your young players do you feel like has grown the most?
Nicklin's starting to do some really good things. As I tell her, she's still a snot-nosed little freshman, but she's starting to do some good things.
How do you use Capri this week?
We're using her in what's called our rotation 1 to help us side out there, because we've been getting stuck in that rotation because Jazz is a left-hander, and we get out of system. It's really hard for a lefty over there. So I'm just trying to keep Capri, she's doing a great job, and she's been doing a great job in practice, so she can get us kills and help us side out there.
Coach, can you talk about Kenzie?
Yeah, well, she's another, great senior, and we recruited her really hard when Danny was here as my assistant. We really wanted her because we thought she would be a game-changer libero, and she has, and she's exceeded my expectations for what I thought she could do. She's a phenomenal player. She's the #1 athlete on our performance index testing. She's a great passer, great server, and she's another one who's performed great. I mean, I thought she was MVP of the Final Four last year. So, yeah, she's just an awesome Nebraska volleyball player in every part of it.
Did it catch you by surprise with Kenzie, the fact that she was replacing Justine, who had such an amazing career, that there really hasn't been too much of a drop-off at that position?
Yeah, in fact, probably in some areas, Kenzie's exceeded Justine. And I'll go back to the jumping. I mean, Justine no way would have got to the chairs to be able to play that ball a couple weeks ago, because she's not fast enough. I mean, I've seen times where they go for balls when Kenzie would go right by Justine. So Kenzie's so athletic that she's made plays all around off the court that very few liberos in the country can make. And like I said, think about that. She's #1 on our performance index testing. That's over, Amber Rolfson's 2nd. That's, Brianna Holman, Katie Rolfson, Kelly Hunter, those guys, and she's the #1 on the board.
Minnesota has a chance this weekend to finish off running the table in this conference. How big of an accomplishment would that be?
It would be huge, but I think they're. We'll see how it goes. They got to go to Penn State, so Penn State's getting better too. And but anyway, I think first of all, winning the conference is a huge accomplishment, and if they run the table, that would be amazing.
Hey, John, I listened to your radio show last week. You had some interesting comments about the NCAA committee that picks the teams and the brackets and where they are. How do you feel about this weekend?
I really don't think about it. I don't even know what our RPI is. I know what our Pablo is because when I look at the results, it goes by the Pablo, which is to me is a way more accurate indication of where you're at, and I think we're top 5 in that. Anyway, I don't worry about it.
Well, what about all the Big Ten teams in the same bracket? How much should they spread it out?
Well, that would be nice because, if they put a bunch of Big Ten teams in the same bracket, the Big Ten eliminates the Big Ten. And this is as tough a conference this year as I've ever seen. There's been other years I think it's been equal to this, but this is the amount of good teams in this conference this year and the level of volleyball that's been played is amazing. And So I just, you just hope that they make it fair and give every Big Ten team a chance that gets in the tournament, that they don't have to go beat another Big Ten team.
Coach, Brooks had one of the more unique college career paths, leaving the school and then coming back here. Just what have you seen from her since coming back, and what has she meant to this program?
Well, first of all, I think, Brooke is the ultimate. I mean, if we could just mold a total team player, that it's about the team first, and she's going to give everything she has every day, whether she plays or whether she doesn't play. And if we could create somebody like that, if we gave a job description, I mean, she would fit it perfectly. And she takes care of everybody. She gives everything. She's upbeat. She's positive. When she gets her chance, she's going for it. I can't think of one day this year where I thought Brooke's down, wasn't into it, wasn't giving everything that she had. And she makes everybody around her better. She makes all those younger players feel great. So you got to have, Cindy Towns was that for us last year. You've got to have kind of a team mom to be a great team. And Brooke is that person. That's one of the reasons that when all this worked out, that I thought it would be a really good fit to have her back. Because I don't think Mikaela and Kenzie are those type of personalities. So I thought Brooke behind the scenes is doing an amazing job.
Anything else?
All right, guys, thanks.